not a new anime. It's a very old anime and a gateway anime. Gateway anime.
Getaway?
Gateway anime.
Acha, Gateway.
We all know this anime. It's called Death Note.
Oh, you watched Death Note again?
Yeah. Because I'm not sure it's the right gateway anime to get into anime. Yeah.
Why?
I just feel ki Death Note has for me, it's very realistic, you know. It can be very realistic. And if I'm going for
So again, that depends on person to person. As you
if someone
said,
has never been into anime, they would love Death Note because it's very Death Note, Detective Conan, because it's very similar. But for me, I've been watching anime since I was a child, right? So I want some fantasy, you know, fantasy, some magic,
Power
something.
scaling.
Exactly that, which is not possible in this damn world. That's why whenever I watch an anime, I want such things so that like dragons and unicorns and fairies and shit.
Escapism, no? It's called escapism.
So ऐसे ही मैं सोच रहा था कि because and then I got to know कि how I got into thinking कि Death Note is just not an anime, but in the anime, like first question I have about it, okay, and I'll ask you, do you think that Death Note corrupted Light Yagami?
No.
How?
Because Light Yagami was corrupted from the start.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
You know how?
Bol.
Beforehand, the first time he touched the Death Note, okay?
Oh boy, you're so gonna get schooled right now. Bol.
He had the urge. First of all, he had the greed. Okay, one of the sins. To check out what this was, कि क्या होगा, and then he started.
So greed नहीं बोलते, so curiosity बोलते हैं.
Okay, curiosity, but he didn't.
If you see a book falling from the sky,
he's a shut-in who never cared about anything. Correct?
I won't say shut-in. He was a A student.
Yeah, but he's चुपचाप रहने का, खुद में रहने का ना वो. हाँ. So after that, from that, his
personality. का जो split personality भी था, वो भी चुपचाप. He never made any bold claims, something like that.
That changed, na. At the end, he felt like Keira is a god. Worship him. He's the ultimate justice. See, from my perspective, he started writing. He was not like that. He never cared about such things. Then, in the second arc of Death Note, he gave away the Death Note. Correct? The ending of first arc. He gave a
mid section of the first arc.
So he gives away the Death Note and he's back to being Light Yagami. He forgets all his memory, correct? He gets his Death Note again. He touched the note. His memories came back. You can see the grin on his face, like how it changed.
मैं बोलूं अभी.
Do you know there's also a theory that Light Yagami was actually a Shinigami who got reincarnated in the actual world?
नहीं, उल्टा बोल रहा है.
What?
Okay, first of all, for that Shinigami वाला theory, Death Note का अगर तू movie देखेगा ना, तो movie के starting में there's a Shinigami.
कौन सा movie?
Death Note का movie.
Next Netflix.
नहीं. Oh, fuck the Netflix one.
Thank you.
Death Note का actual movie, anime वाला movie, not the real life one, not the Netflix one, nothing. Anime का ही movie है Death Note का. उसमें starting of the movie, there's a Shinigami that walks up to Ryuk and tells कि you have some interesting story.
Yeah.
And then वो पूरा story narrate करता है with Light Yagami in the human realm. हाँ, वो एक jacket भी पहनता है, this and that, white shirt, tie वाई कुछ तो रहता है, which is like similar to Light's clothing. And then at the end of the movie, then that Shinigami, that mysterious Shinigami, he throws an apple to Ryuk.
Okay.
So there are many fan theories saying कि that Shinigami was Light after he repented for his sins and this and that.
After he died, he became a Shinigami.
नहीं. So that's not my ये rule था कि whatever you do, you will have to face it again. तो वही.
Okay.
And then he becomes a Shinigami.
But I still think that's not corrupted.
Now back to that point. So तूने signal तोड़ा है कभी? हाँ. Would you break a signal knowing that there's a cop standing?
No, I would never break a signal even though I see a red light. If I don't see a red light, obviously.
एक मिनट में क्या पूछा, तू सिग्नल तोड़ता है कि नहीं तोड़ता?
गलती से तोड़ा हूँ पर जानबूझ के नहीं तोड़ता.
हाँ कि ना?
ना.
नहीं, ठीक है, कुछ कुछ लोग सिग्नल तोड़ते हैं, बट अगर वहाँ पे पुलिस वाला रखा तो वो सिग्नल नहीं तोड़ेंगे. That's how society works. People tend to act civilized or behave in a societal way when they are in society, when they are being looked upon by others, when they are being noticed by others. But when you give them anonymity, basically not knowing who you are or what you're doing, then they are free to do whatever shit they can. Society is a construct that everybody has agreed upon, that we will act like this, we'll behave like this. But once you take away those eyes looking at you, you can act and behave whatever the way you want. Light was a person who had a superiority complex. So वो ace करने का अपने सारे exams, पुलिस वाले का बेटा था and this and that, क्या, and he had a god complex. And once he got to know कि Death Note से I can kill anybody I want without facing the consequences, without anybody knowing कि मैंने murder किया है, that's when he starts writing. The first episode जब वो लिखते बैठता है, फिर रियूक आता है, and then he was like, अच्छा ठीक है, now is it my time to go, or like, are you here to take my soul? So he was ready for that. कि हाँ मैंने कांड किया है, so he knew, like deep down उसको पता था कि कुछ तो होगा. But after that is also done कि नहीं, कुछ repercussions नहीं है, कुछ नहीं, then he again goes on the killing spree. तो उसका वो जो last hope of humanity था वो भी चला गया. And then फिर उसका,
So he is corrupted.
No, he was corrupted from the start. हाँ मैं वही बोल रहा हूँ.
Okay.
And
so tell me, why was he trying to stop Kira?
हाँ एक मिनट मैं बोलता हूँ, एक सेकेंड. And then उसके बाद he was corrupted from the start, and then जब L ने उसके God complex को, superiority complex को जब challenge किया, तब उसका God complex extra kick in हो गया. कि who the fuck are you to tell me कि तू मेरे को रोक सकता है, this and that. And that's when the cat and mouse chase begins. Now going to the point where you said कि he relinquishes the rights of the Death Note, that again he doesn't get his memories. Like he forgets what the Death Note is. But अगर उसको मालूम पड़ता in that state that he doesn't know what the Death Note is, or his
The
memories
rules.
his memories from Kira, and अगर उसको तभी बोला कि अच्छा, if you use this notebook you can kill anybody, then he would want to use it, which was his actual end game. उसको पता था कि कैसे तो करके बुक उसके हाथ में ही आएगा, that he knew himself with his memories wiped out कि वो बुक को हाथ लगाएगा. And that's when his memories came back.
Yeah, because he planned the whole shit.
हाँ exactly. तो वही मैं बोल
While
रहा हूँ.
being under the Death Note's control.
He wasn't under any control.
How can't you see the how dark he changed? Like पूरा God complex, वो पूरा ये सब.
See, all I can say, his God complex went from a 90 to 100. But it didn't go from 0 to 100.
For me, it was 0 to 100.
Nah, then watch it again and watch it properly.
He never.
मैंने अपना मास्टर्स का थीसिस किया है बे डेथ नोट पे.
चलो ठीक है. So let me guys know what you think about the anime that we have discussed today and Death Note, if I am right and if I am right. So let me know.
मेरे को पता है, हम एक्सपर्ट हूँ, मेरे को सब आता है, मैं एनालिस्ट.
So yeah.
Actually, I think this was the first time when we actually went deep as an analyst.
About
an anime.
yeah.